Hey, this is Chris from Stockspot, and in this video I'm going to be talking about hybrids. And if you've been relying on hybrid securities for income over the last few years, you've probably read or noticed that they're actually getting phased out of the market over the next 8 years. So at the end of December 2024, APRA, the regulator, actually came out and said that these securities, also known as additional tier 1 securities, are going to be gradually phased out between now and 2032, which means that over the next 8 years, there's $40 billion of money sitting in these instruments that are going to need to find a new home. And what I've seen is since that announcement at the end of 2024, there has been a lot of advertising from all sorts of different financial products trying to attract that hybrid money. From unlisted assets to private credit to other equity type investments to other debt type investments. The common trend I've seen is that the types of products that are getting marketed to people as a replacement are very different in their nature and their risk characteristics to what these hybrids were. And so I think something everyone needs to be aware of is if you are looking at alternatives to hybrids, you really need to be thinking about, am I going to be taking on additional risk? And is that risk I want to be taking on? Now, hybrids really fit in an interesting place between traditional debt type instruments and equity type instruments, but everyone who owned them, particularly since the financial crisis, never really saw the downside that these instruments can have if equity markets tank. And so they enjoyed this great yield that they provided above and beyond what you could get from bank debt or certainly from money in the bank. And I think that's why there was a lot of attraction towards these. Now, if you're out there looking for other products to buy, I'd have a couple of tips for you, which is the first one is if you are looking at other types of investment opportunities that are showing investment returns or yield returns of between 6 to 8% per annum, you need to be aware that you are inevitably taking more risk when you buy these sorts of products, whether it's some sort of equity risk or credit risk. There is no such thing as a free ride. So any investment that's offering an 8% return or even a 6% return in the current environment means you're taking significantly more risk than leaving your money in the bank. And that's something you should understand and consider in looking at these different types of products. And that goes for everything from private credit, where you could be lending to someone or lending to a portfolio of different businesses or individuals and earning a good return, but if any of those individuals or businesses default, you actually wear the cost of that default.
Sorry for interrupting, but I'd like to take a moment to talk about my channel. Now, most people who watch my videos don't subscribe to my channel, which means that they don't find out about other videos I'm making, and it doesn't share the love with others who are interested in investing. So if you are interested in videos like this, I would encourage you to please subscribe to my channel so you find out more about the videos we're making here.
Now, our approach at Stockspot's a little different when it comes to earning income. Our view is that in order to maintain your diversification and spreading of risk, it doesn't make sense to be really shooting for such a high dividend return, because then you're basically missing out on diversification benefits. So rather than trying to give a huge amount of distributions, we try and balance the capital growth and distribution elements. Even in our income-focused portfolio, which earns about 1% per year more in income return historically than our regular portfolios, it is a trade-off, and we think if you try and push for more than 1% or so more than a traditional diversified portfolio, you're going to be losing diversification benefits. And that's why we take more of a total return approach and encourage our clients to think about things in a total return manner, which means that if you are looking to earn income, take the income that your portfolio can generate, which we think is around 4% per annum. And if you need additional income from that, you should be considering selling down some of your capital. And although that can be difficult for a lot of people to feel comfortable with, the benefit of taking some capital down as well as the income is that you're benefiting from assets that also enjoy capital growth as well as high income generating assets. And overall, that's going to give you a better mix within your portfolio. If you'd like to learn more, I'd encourage you to come to the Stockspot website and search our Stockspot income portfolio, and you can read about our approach for income investing. Otherwise, have a look in the comments section below, where I'm going to share some of the other videos I've done recently on generating income in your portfolio.